The unexpected attack. In the quiet of a normal day, Earth was suddenly hit with chaos. A massive alien fleet appeared out of nowhere, looming over the planet's defenses. It was as if the sky itself had been torn open, revealing hundreds of dark, menacing ships that blocked out the sun. The sight of these colossal vessels struck terror into the hearts of every person on Earth. The first signs of the attack came through scattered news reports. Scientists and military officials scrambled to make sense of the images that flickered on screens around the world. The alien ships, sleek and advanced, hovered silently in space, their presence a stark contrast to the familiar blue of Earth. The silence before the storm was eerie. It was as if the universe had paused in anticipation. As the alien fleet moved closer, panic spread quickly. Cities went on high alert. People rushed to shelters, and sirens wailed through the streets. The government called for an emergency meeting. Leaders from around the globe convened in a secure command center, their faces grim and worried. They knew they were facing a danger unlike any they had ever encountered. The alien ships began their assault without warning. Beams of light, bright and powerful, streaked through space and struck Earth's outer defenses. The impact was immediate and devastating. Satellites were knocked out of orbit, and communication networks went dark. The sudden onslaught left Earth's defenders scrambling to understand what was happening and how to respond. In the command center, the chaos was palpable. Military leaders barked orders, trying to coordinate a defense against the unknown enemy. Scientists worked furiously to analyze the alien technology, searching for weaknesses. Every minute felt like an hour as they tried to catch up with the fast-moving threat. The once orderly control room was now a scene of frantic activity. News channels broadcasted live footage of the attack, showing the destruction and chaos unfolding. People watched in disbelief as their cities were hit by powerful energy blasts. The scale of the assault was overwhelming. The alien ships seemed to be everywhere at once, their movements precise and calculated. It was clear that this was no random act of aggression, but a well-planned and coordinated attack. Amidst the fear and confusion, there were stories of bravery. Local defense forces and ordinary citizens stepped up, trying to help where they could. Some volunteered to assist in emergency response teams, while others worked to keep their communities safe. In the face of such a terrifying threat, humanity's spirit of resilience shone through. As the hours passed, the initial shock began to give way to determination. The alien fleet's aggression was met with a growing resolve from Earth's defenders. Leaders and military strategists began to put plans into action, drawing on every available resource. The fight had just begun, and Earth was determined not to go down without a fight. In the midst of the chaos, a flicker of hope emerged. The first signs of resistance appeared as Earth's forces started to deploy their countermeasures. Though it was clear that the alien technology was far superior, humanity's ingenuity and perseverance were beginning to shine through. The struggle was just starting, and Earth was gearing up for a fight that would determine the fate of the planet. As the alien fleet continued its assault, Earth's defenders braced themselves for the challenges ahead. The unexpected attack had thrown the world into turmoil, but it had also sparked a fierce determination to protect their home. The battle for Earth had begun, and every person, from leaders to ordinary citizens, was ready to do whatever it took to defend their planet. Quick actions. As the alien fleet continued its relentless assault, Earth's leaders knew they had to act fast. The initial shock of the invasion was fading, replaced by a sense of urgency. The command center, now a hive of activity, buzzed with the sounds of rapid decision-making and frantic coordination. Leaders from around the world gathered in the emergency command center, a high-tech facility built to handle crises of the highest magnitude. The room was filled with screens showing live feeds of the attack, maps of strategic locations, and updates from field commanders. The atmosphere was tense but focused. The fate of the planet depended on their next moves. The United Earth Government, UAG, quickly called for a global mobilization. Orders were sent out to military bases everywhere. telling them to prepare for combat. Soldiers, pilots, and engineers raced to their posts, driven by a mix of fear and determination. They knew they were up against an enemy with superior technology, but they were determined to defend their home. At military bases, the once calm environments turned into scenes of organized chaos. Troops suited up in their combat gear, and fighter jets were prepared for launch. Each person had a role, from handling advanced weaponry to managing communications. The military's advanced systems were put to the test as they worked to establish defenses and prepare for the battles to come. Scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to analyze the alien technology. They were faced with the daunting task of understanding how the alien ships operated and finding ways to counter their weapons. In laboratories, teams of experts huddled over screens, examining data and conducting simulations. They knew that every second counted, and that their work could make the difference between success and failure. Meanwhile, the public was urged to stay calm and follow safety instructions. Emergency services were deployed to help evacuate people from the most dangerous areas. Volunteers stepped up to assist in shelters and aid stations. Communities rallied together, demonstrating the strength and solidarity of humanity in the face of crisis. Back at the command center, military leaders devised a plan to counter the alien threat. They knew that a direct confrontation with the alien fleet could be disastrous, so they focused on developing strategies that would leverage Earth's strengths. They planned coordinated strikes and defensive measures designed to exploit the weaknesses in the alien technology. One of the key strategies was to use Earth's advanced anti-aircraft systems to create a protective shield around major cities. The idea was to prevent the alien ships from getting too close and causing further destruction. This required precise timing and coordination, as well as the ability to adapt quickly to the changing tactics of the alien fleet. As the day wore on, Earth's forces began to implement their plans. Fighter jets soared into the sky, intercepting alien ships and engaging them in aerial dogfights. On the ground, troops set up defensive positions and prepared for potential ground assaults. Every action was carefully coordinated to maximize the effectiveness of their response. Despite the progress, the situation remained dire. The alien fleet's technology was advanced, and the initial battles were fierce. But with each passing hour, Earth's forces grew more confident and experienced. They were learning from their encounters with the aliens and adapting their tactics in real time. The command center continued to monitor the situation closely, providing real-time updates and making adjustments to the strategy as needed. Leaders remained in constant communication with field commanders, ensuring that everyone was on the same page and that resources were allocated effectively. As night fell, the intensity of the conflict showed no signs of easing. However, the resilience and determination of Earth's defenders were palpable. They were facing an unprecedented challenge, but they were rising to the occasion. The quick actions and strategic decisions made in the face of the alien assault were laying the groundwork for a sustained defense. In the midst of the chaos, a sense of hope emerged. Earth's forces were beginning to push back against the alien invaders, and the initial tide of panic was being replaced by a growing confidence. The battle was far from over, but humanity's response to the unexpected attack had shown that they were ready to fight for their survival. The first battle. The first major battle between Earth's defenders and the alien fleet was about to begin. The early skirmishes had been intense, but this would be the real test. As Earth's forces prepared for the fight, the atmosphere was electric with a mix of anxiety and determination. It was early morning when the alien ships moved in for a more aggressive assault. Their sleek forms cut through the darkness of space, their weapons primed and ready. Earth's military had been working hard to set up a defense, but the scale of the alien fleet was overwhelming. The command center buzzed with activity as final preparations were made. In the skies above, fighter jets were ready for launch. Pilots, clad in their flight suits, took their seats in the cockpits, their faces set in grim determination. Ground forces manned their stations, their eyes focused on the incoming alien ships. Everyone knew this battle was critical. How they performed could determine the outcome of the war. As the alien ships approached, Earth's defenses were put to the test. The sky lit up with a flash of energy beams as the aliens fired their weapons. The defensive shields that Earth's engineers had put in place flared brightly as they absorbed the impact of the attacks. It was a fierce, high-stakes exchange, with both sides unleashing their most powerful weapons. The first few minutes were chaotic. Alien ships moved with surprising speed and precision, their advanced technology making them difficult targets. Earth's fighter jets darted through the sky, weaving between blasts and firing back with everything they had. The air was filled with the roar of engines and the crackle of energy weapons. Despite the intensity, Earth's forces began to show their mettle. Pilots executed daring maneuvers, using their knowledge of the terrain and advanced tactics to outsmart the aliens. Ground troops fired their anti-aircraft missiles, hitting several of the alien ships and causing them to explode in bright bursts of fire. The battle was not without its losses. Alien ships struck back with powerful shots, destroying some of Earth's fighter jets and ground defenses. The command center watched in tense silence as the live feeds showed the destruction and chaos. But amid the losses, there were signs of hope. Earth's forces were holding their own and making their presence felt. As the hours passed, the battle raged on. Earth's defenders continued to adapt and fight with increasing effectiveness. They used every tool at their disposal, from new weapon systems to clever tactics developed in the heat of the moment. The aliens, though technologically superior, were facing a determined and resourceful opponent. One of the turning points came when Earth's forces managed to target a key alien command ship. A coordinated strike from several fighter jets and ground-based lasers hit the ship's vulnerable spot, causing it to go down in a spectacular explosion. The loss of the command ship created confusion among the alien ranks, giving Earth's forces a crucial advantage. The battle continued for hours, with each side pushing hard to gain the upper hand. The skies above Earth were a battlefield of flashing lights and streaking energy beams. Despite the ongoing chaos, Earth's defenders showed remarkable bravery and resilience. They fought not just for survival, but for the future of their planet. As the day drew to a close, the intensity of the battle began to wane. The alien fleet, facing unexpected resistance and mounting losses, started to withdraw. Earth's forces, though exhausted, had managed to hold their ground and push the aliens back. The battle had been fierce and costly, but it had also been a testament to human courage and ingenuity. In the aftermath, the command center and military leaders began to assess the results. The first major battle had been a success in many ways, proving that Earth's defenders were capable of standing up to the alien threat. The fight was far from over, but the first battle had shown that humanity was ready to face the challenges ahead. The initial victory provided a much-needed boost to morale. Despite the heavy losses, Earth's forces had demonstrated their ability to fight back against a formidable enemy. The road ahead would be long and difficult, but the first battle had laid the foundation for the continued defense of Earth. Human creativity. As Earth's defenders caught their breath after the intense first battle, it became clear that traditional methods alone would not be enough to turn the tide. The alien fleet was powerful and cunning, and Earth needed more than just bravery and basic defense to win this war. It was time for human creativity and ingenuity to shine. In the wake of the battle, scientists and engineers were hard at work. They knew that they had to find innovative solutions to counter the alien technology. Inside high-tech labs and makeshift workshops, teams of experts worked around the clock. Their goal was to develop new weapons, defenses, and strategies to level the playing field. One of the first breakthroughs came from a group of engineers who were examining the alien energy beams. They discovered a way to create a new type of shield that could better absorb and deflect these powerful attacks. This shield was designed to be flexible and adaptable, allowing it to respond to different types of energy blasts. It was a significant improvement over the previous defensive measures and gave Earth's forces a much-needed edge. Meanwhile, A team of scientists focused on analyzing the alien ship's propulsion systems. They found that the aliens used a form of energy that was both powerful and unstable. With this knowledge, they developed a new type of missile that could disrupt the alien ship's energy sources. This missile was designed to be highly accurate and capable of causing critical damage to the alien vessels. As the new technologies were tested and refined, Earth's military began to implement them in the field. The upgraded shields and new missiles were quickly integrated into the defense systems. Troops and pilots received training on the latest tactics and equipment, preparing them for the next wave of battles. In addition to technological advancements, strategic creativity played a crucial role. Military leaders and strategists devised new tactics based on the insights gained from previous encounters. They used decoys to mislead the alien fleet and set up traps to lure the aliens into vulnerable positions. These tactics aimed to exploit the weaknesses in the alien fleet's coordination and technology. One particularly inventive strategy involved using Earth's natural terrain to their advantage. Commanders mapped out key locations on the planet where they could hide their forces and launch surprise attacks. By using mountains, forests, and other natural features as cover, Earth's defenders could ambush the aliens and strike from unexpected angles. The creativity didn't stop with technology and tactics. Ordinary people also contributed to the war effort in surprising ways. In cities around the world, individuals and groups volunteered to assist with the production of military supplies and equipment. They worked in factories, labs, and workshops, using their skills and knowledge to support the defense effort. The creativity of the human spirit was evident in the way people rallied together. Communities organized fundraisers, donated resources, and provided support to the troops. The sense of unity and purpose was palpable, and it gave everyone a shared goal to fight for. As the weeks went by, the results of these creative efforts became clear. Earth's forces were no longer merely holding their ground. They were actively pushing back against the alien fleet. The new technologies and tactics proved effective, and the alien ships began to suffer increased damage and disruption. The tide of the war was starting to shift in humanity's favor. The success of these innovations gave Earth's defenders a renewed sense of hope and determination. They knew that the battle was far from over, but they were no longer fighting an unwinnable war. The power of human creativity and ingenuity had transformed their ability to resist the alien threat. In the midst of the ongoing conflict, Earth's defenders continued to innovate and adapt. Every new idea, every breakthrough, and every act of creativity brought them one step closer to victory. The fight was far from over, but humanity's response had shown that they were capable of facing even the most daunting challenges with resourcefulness and courage. Alien troubles. The alien fleet, once seemingly invincible, began to show signs of trouble. Earth's defenders had been working hard to develop new technologies and strategies, and their efforts were starting to pay off. The alien ships, previously confident and unchallenged, were now facing unexpected difficulties. It started with small but noticeable changes. Alien ships that had once moved with flawless precision began to show signs of confusion. Their attacks, once perfectly coordinated, became erratic and disorganized. Alien commanders, who had been calm and composed, were now visibly agitated and frustrated. The alien fleet's troubles began to surface after Earth's forces implemented their new defenses and weapons. The advanced shields and missiles developed by human scientists had begun to take their toll. The alien ships, which had once shrugged off Earth's attacks, now suffered significant damage from the new technology. The energy beams that Earth's shields absorbed were causing power disruptions in the alien vessels, leading to critical malfunctions. In the command center, Earth's military leaders monitored the situation with cautious optimism. The signs of trouble among the aliens were clear, but they knew better than to become complacent. The alien fleet was still a formidable threat, and the war was far from over. They continued to refine their tactics and technology, preparing for whatever the aliens might throw at them next. One of the biggest issues the aliens faced was their own technology. The alien ships were designed to be highly advanced, but they were not immune to problems. Earth's new missiles, which targeted the aliens' energy sources, were causing significant disruptions. Some alien ships experienced power failures, rendering their weapons and shields useless. This left them vulnerable to attacks from Earth's forces. As the alien fleet struggled, internal communication problems began to emerge. Alien commanders, who had once worked seamlessly together, started to argue and make mistakes. This lack of coordination created openings for Earth's forces to exploit. Ground troops and fighter pilots took advantage of these mistakes, launching successful counterattacks and gaining ground in key battles. The alien fleet's troubles were also evident in their strategic decisions. In an attempt to counter Earth's new tactics, the aliens began to make desperate moves. They tried to deploy new weapons and tactics, but these efforts were often poorly executed and poorly coordinated. The aliens' attempts to adapt were hampered by their own internal chaos and the effectiveness of Earth's new defenses. Despite these troubles, the alien fleet did not retreat. They continued to fight, but their once confident demeanor had been replaced by a sense of desperation. The aliens were facing an enemy that was no longer easy to defeat. Earth's defenders, bolstered by their recent successes, pressed the advantage and continued to push back against the alien invaders. In the midst of this turmoil, the alien commanders faced mounting pressure from their superiors. They were expected to deliver results, but the problems they faced were beyond their control. The strain of the ongoing conflict, combined with the increasing difficulties, created a sense of uncertainty and fear among the alien ranks. On Earth, the improved situation brought a renewed sense of hope and determination. The troubles faced by the alien fleet were seen as a sign that victory was within reach. The human forces, while still aware of the dangers, felt more confident in their ability to overcome the alien threat. The alien fleet's troubles were a turning point in the conflict. The once powerful and seemingly unbeatable enemy was now facing serious challenges. Earth's creativity and resilience had begun to turn the tide of the war. As the conflict continued, the alien fleet's difficulties provided a glimmer of hope that humanity might prevail against the formidable invaders. The battle was far from over, but the signs of trouble among the aliens offered a sense of optimism. Earth's defenders were determined to capitalize on this advantage and continue their fight with renewed vigor. The struggle was ongoing, but humanity's ability to adapt and overcome was proving to be a key factor in the fight for survival. A big victory. The war between Earth and the alien fleet had been a grueling and intense struggle, but a significant turning point was on the horizon. After weeks of fierce battles and mounting tensions, Earth's defenders were about to achieve a major victory that would boost morale and change the course of the conflict. The day began like any other, with Earth's forces bracing for another confrontation with the alien fleet. The skies above were still filled with the eerie presence of the alien ships, and the ground forces were on high alert. However, a sense of anticipation and hope lingered in the air. Recent successes and the alien fleet's ongoing troubles had created a sense of momentum. In the command center, military leaders and strategists prepared for a decisive operation. They had been carefully planning their next move, aiming to exploit the weaknesses in the alien fleet and deliver a blow that would shift the balance of power. The operation was designed to be bold and aggressive, taking full advantage of the new technologies and tactics that had been developed. As the operation got underway, Earth's forces executed their plan with precision. Fighter jets launched into the sky, their engines roaring as they took off in coordinated waves. On the ground, troops positioned themselves in key strategic locations, ready to support the aerial assault. The goal was to launch a major offensive that would cripple the alien fleet and force them to retreat. The battle began with a fierce exchange of fire. Alien ships, still struggling with the effects of Earth's new defenses and weapons, were caught off guard by the intensity of the assault. Earth's pilots and ground troops pushed forward with relentless determination, using their knowledge of the alien technology to target weak points and cause maximum damage. One of the key elements of the operation was a surprise attack on a crucial alien command ship. Earth's forces had managed to track the location of this ship, which was vital for coordinating the alien fleet's operations. A specially trained team of pilots and ground forces launched a coordinated strike on the command ship, targeting its power sources and communication systems. The attack was a resounding success. The alien command ship was heavily damaged, and its ability to coordinate the fleet was severely disrupted. The loss of the command ship created chaos among the alien ranks, and their once effective tactics began to fall apart. Without proper coordination, the alien ships struggled to respond to the assault and protect their vulnerable positions. The tide of the battle quickly turned in Earth's favor. The alien ships, now disorganized and vulnerable, were overwhelmed by the relentless offensive. Fighter jets and ground troops continued their assault, exploiting the alien fleet's weakened defenses and delivering powerful blows. The skies above were filled with the bright flashes of explosions as alien ships were destroyed or forced to retreat. As the day wore on, the alien fleet began to withdraw. The once dominant invaders, faced with mounting losses and disarray, decided to pull back from the battlefield. The retreat was a clear sign of defeat, and it marked a major victory for Earth's defenders. The command center erupted in cheers as the news of the victory spread. The successful operation had achieved its goal of crippling the alien fleet and forcing them to retreat. Earth's forces had demonstrated their strength and resilience, and the victory was a testament to their bravery and ingenuity. In the aftermath of the battle, the sense of triumph was palpable. The victory brought a renewed sense of hope and optimism to Earth's defenders and the global population. It was a crucial turning point in the war, showing that humanity was capable of defeating the once feared alien invaders. The victory was celebrated as a major milestone in the conflict. It not only boosted morale but also provided a strategic advantage that Earth's forces would use to continue their fight. The road ahead remained challenging, but the big victory had shown that humanity was capable of overcoming even the most formidable threats. As the alien fleet retreated, Earth's defenders took a moment to reflect on their achievement. The battle was a clear indication that their efforts were paying off and that they were on the path to victory. With renewed determination, they prepared for the next phase of the war, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Alien desperation. The recent victory had dealt a significant blow to the alien fleet, and the tide of the war seemed to be turning in humanity's favor. However, with their situation growing increasingly dire, the aliens were driven to desperation. Their once confident demeanor was replaced with a sense of urgency and fear. In the alien command centers, panic and frustration were palpable. The defeat had shattered their plans and exposed vulnerabilities in their once imposing fleet. The alien leaders, who had previously operated with a sense of superiority, now faced mounting pressure to find a solution. The loss of their command ship and the chaotic retreat had undermined their control and coordination. To counter the growing threat from Earth's forces, the alien commanders convened emergency meetings to devise a new strategy. They knew they had to act quickly and decisively if they hoped to regain the upper hand. Their first step was to deploy more advanced and experimental technologies, hoping these would turn the tide in their favor. One of the new tactics involved launching a series of aggressive counterattacks aimed at key Earth installations. The aliens hoped to disrupt Earth's newly gained momentum and force them into a defensive position. They targeted critical supply lines, communication centers, and military bases, aiming to create chaos and weaken Earth's ability to coordinate its defenses. Despite the aliens' best efforts, their desperation was evident in the reckless nature of their attacks. They began to make mistakes and misjudgments, driven by a sense of urgency rather than careful planning. The advanced technologies they deployed were not fully tested, leading to unpredictable and sometimes disastrous results. As the aliens launched their new offensives, Earth's forces remained vigilant. The recent victory had given them valuable experience and insight into the alien tactics. They quickly adapted to the new threats, using their improved technologies and defensive measures to counter the alien attacks effectively. Earth's military leaders anticipated the alien moves and responded with precision, turning their desperation into an opportunity for further success. In addition to their new tactics, the aliens also attempted to bolster their morale and reinvigorate their forces. They implemented propaganda campaigns, spreading messages of victory and urging their troops to fight with renewed vigor. However, the underlying fear and uncertainty among the alien ranks were hard to conceal. The recent defeat had shaken their confidence, and many alien soldiers were now questioning their chances of success. On the battlefield, the signs of alien desperation were evident. The once disciplined formations began to break down, with alien ships clashing with one another in disorganized skirmishes. The alien fleet's inability to maintain effective coordination allowed Earth's forces to exploit gaps and weaknesses, further amplifying the chaos among the invaders. The desperation among the aliens also led to more reckless and aggressive strategies. In their bid to turn the war around, they launched high-risk operations that often resulted in heavy losses. Some of their attempts to overwhelm Earth's defenses backfired, causing significant damage to their own fleet. The alien leaders, desperate for a breakthrough, were willing to sacrifice valuable resources in hopes of achieving a decisive victory. As the conflict continued, Earth's defenders remained focused and resolute. They understood that the aliens' desperation could be a sign of their weakening position. With each passing day, Earth's forces grew more confident in their ability to hold their ground and press their advantage. The combination of technological advancements, creative strategies, and unwavering determination allowed them to stay ahead in the war. In the alien command centers, the pressure continued to mount. The once dominant fleet was now grappling with the consequences of their earlier misjudgments and the increasing effectiveness of Earth's defenses. The sense of desperation was growing, and the hope of a swift victory seemed to be slipping further away. As the conflict unfolded, the disparity between Earth's resilience and the alien fleet's desperation became increasingly apparent. The aliens' desperate measures were a testament to the growing strength of humanity's resistance. The struggle was far from over, but the signs of alien desperation offered a glimmer of hope that victory was within reach. The final push. As the war between Earth and the alien fleet continued, the situation reached a critical juncture. Both sides were exhausted, but Earth's forces had gained the upper hand. The time had come for a final push, a decisive move that would determine the outcome of the conflict. The command center on Earth was abuzz with activity. Military leaders and strategists gathered to plan the ultimate offensive. They knew this would be the most challenging phase of the war, requiring every ounce of their strength, strategy, and resolve. The goal was clear: to deliver a crushing blow to the alien fleet and secure a lasting victory. The plan was ambitious. Earth's forces would launch a coordinated attack on the heart of the alien fleet. This attack would be a multi-pronged assault, involving ground troops, naval fleets, and fighter jets. The aim was to strike at the core of the alien operations, targeting their remaining command centers and critical infrastructure. To execute the plan, Earth's military prepared a series of surprise attacks designed to overwhelm the aliens. Troops and pilots rehearsed their maneuvers, ensuring that every detail was perfected. The operation was to begin with a diversionary tactic, drawing the alien fleet's attention away from the main assault. As the day of the final push approached, Earth's defenders took their positions. Fighter jets took off in the early hours, flying towards the alien fleet with precision. Ground troops and naval vessels prepared to launch their coordinated strikes, ready to deploy their new technologies and strategies. The diversionary attack commenced first. Earth's forces launched a series of feints and smaller assaults designed to distract and confuse the alien fleet. The alien commanders, already on edge from their recent defeats, fell for the ruse. They redirected their forces to counter the perceived threat, leaving their core operations vulnerable. With the alien fleet distracted, the main assault began. Earth's forces surged forward with overwhelming force. Fighter jets engaged in intense aerial dogfights with alien ships, using their advanced weaponry and tactics to gain the upper hand. Naval vessels unleashed a barrage of missiles and energy beams, targeting the alien fleet's critical components. On the ground, troops launched a simultaneous offensive. They advanced towards key alien positions, using the cover of Earth's new defensive technologies to protect themselves from enemy fire. The ground battle was fierce, but Earth's forces pressed on with determination, driven by the prospect of ending the war. The core of the alien fleet came under relentless attack. Command centers and critical infrastructure were targeted with precision strikes. The alien ships, already weakened and disorganized, struggled to mount an effective defense. The coordinated assault caused significant damage, further disrupting the alien fleet's operations. As the battle raged on, the alien commanders faced increasing difficulties. Their attempts to regroup and mount a counteroffensive were met with fierce resistance. The alien fleet, now on the brink of collapse, struggled to respond to the overwhelming pressure from Earth's forces. The final push was a decisive moment in the conflict. Earth's forces, fueled by their recent successes and the desire for victory, continued their relentless assault. The alien fleet's remaining strength was rapidly diminishing, and it became clear that the tide of the war was turning definitively in humanity's favor. In the command center, the mood was tense but hopeful. Military leaders watched the progress of the final push with bated breath. The sight of the alien fleet faltering and their command centers being destroyed was a testament to the effectiveness of their strategy. The long and arduous struggle was nearing its end. As the final hours of the battle unfolded, the alien fleet began to retreat. The once feared invaders, battered and broken, withdrew from the battlefield. The victory was hard-earned, but it marked a significant achievement for Earth's forces. The final push had delivered the decisive blow needed to end the conflict. Earth's defenders celebrated their hard-won victory, knowing that their determination and courage had prevailed. The war was over, and humanity had emerged victorious. The final push was a testament to their resilience and the power of their united effort. The aftermath. The final push had brought the long and grueling war to a close. As the alien fleet retreated, the battlefield fell silent. Earth's defenders stood amidst the wreckage, their hearts filled with a mix of relief and exhaustion. The war was over, but the aftermath of the conflict was just beginning to unfold. In the command center, military leaders and strategists took stock of the situation. The victory was significant, but the cost had been high. The battles had left scars on the landscape, and the damage to infrastructure was considerable. The task now was to assess the extent of the destruction and begin the process of rebuilding. The first priority was to secure and stabilize the regions most affected by the conflict. Emergency teams were deployed to areas hit hardest by the fighting. They worked tirelessly to provide aid and support to the communities that had been impacted. Supplies were distributed, medical assistance was provided, and efforts were made to restore basic services. As the cleanup began, there was a palpable sense of camaraderie among the people of Earth. The shared experience of overcoming the alien threat had forged a stronger bond between nations and individuals. People from all walks of life came together to help one another, their collective effort a symbol of unity and resilience. In the wake of the war, there was also a period of reflection and assessment. Governments and military leaders reviewed the strategies and decisions made throughout the conflict. They analyzed what had worked and what had not, seeking to learn from the experience and improve for the future. The war had shown the strength of Earth's defenses and the importance of preparation and innovation. The alien fleet's retreat had left behind a mix of debris and captured technology. Scientists and engineers eagerly examined the alien technology, hoping to gain insights and advancements that could benefit humanity. The alien artifacts provided valuable information about their technology and strategies, leading to new opportunities for research and development. Despite the victory, there was a somber realization of the lives lost and the impact on the planet. Memorials were planned to honor those who had sacrificed their lives in the defense of Earth. The memories of the fallen were cherished, and their bravery was remembered with deep respect and gratitude. In the days following the war, Earth's leaders made efforts to address the broader implications of the conflict. Diplomacy and cooperation became focal points as nations worked together to ensure that such a devastating war would not occur again. International agreements and collaborations were established to strengthen global security and promote peace. The alien retreat also sparked discussions about the future of interstellar relations. The war had demonstrated the need for better understanding and communication between different species. Efforts were made to reach out to other alien civilizations, seeking to establish peaceful relations and prevent future conflicts. The people of Earth began to rebuild and recover, focusing on restoring normalcy and moving forward. The victory over the alien fleet was a testament to their courage and ingenuity, but it also marked the beginning of a new chapter. The lessons learned from the conflict would shape the future and guide humanity as it ventured into an era of renewed exploration and cooperation. In the end, the aftermath of the war was a time of reflection, healing, and rebuilding. The victory over the alien fleet had secured Earth's future, but it also highlighted the importance of unity, preparedness, and resilience. As the world moved forward, the experience of the conflict served as a reminder of the strength of humanity and the power of working together to overcome even the greatest challenges.